Hello, hello. It's Katie Anya Carey. Bring this a little closer here. It's Katie Anya Carey, your Aura Alchemist and Soul Transformation Guide here with Living for the Soul. It's Friday. It's the eve of the full moon. And, okay, we're going to talk about that too. So we're going to talk about the eve of the full moon and some things I've been noticing in the collective over the last few moon cycles as far as our attitude towards the moon. But what I really want to talk to you about is time. So I already was receiving some things about time this morning, and time was in the YouTube daily transmission this morning, which I highly recommend that you check out because it's really relevant. And this message is going to be a bit of it's going to come for you a bit, frankly. Hello, Crystal. Hello. Um, Yeah. So I first of all recommend that you go to my YouTube daily transmission. And if this is your first time watching, say hello. Let me know where you're from. I have lots of good, juicy videos on YouTube and here for you to enjoy. I am all about offering all of the tools and sacred practices that allow you to align with the person that you're meant to be and express yourself as in this lifetime so that your purpose can express through you in everything that you do with ease and abundance for a fully potent and fulfilling life full of spiritual intimacy and connection. That is what I am about. That is what I facilitate. That is what is behind all of my many services. And that is always my question and mission and my why behind everything that I do and everything that I transmit to you. I am a priestess. I am an oracle. I am what is sometimes called a psychic channel. I do lots of tarot, meditation, etc. But today I want to talk to you about time. Okay? Because time is the only limited currency that you have. You are given a certain amount of time, and not amount of time like at this day, at this time, this is when you will expire. That's actually not how contracts work. That's the way that we see those kind of contracts working here in our physical mind. But you do get somewhat of a bandwidth in your life. You are so lucky to live in this time where you have access to books, YouTube, podcasts. You can stay connected to your entire network in the touch of a button. You can go join any school, any vocation, any job. You can personally contact anybody in any occupation and attempt to learn from them. You can learn business for free. You can start a business for free. You can sell other people's products and other people's services. You can get paid well just to talk to people. You can get paid well just to look beautiful and teach other people how to look beautiful. The possibilities are endless for you and how to create your dreams and make them come alive. So the next question, and the real question that I came on here to ask you, is to name your top 3 excuses as to why you are not living your dream life yet. And I guarantee you, probably for most of you, that 2 of those things is time and money. And so the next thing I want to invite you to do is actually log your time, because things that don't get measured are the things that fall through the crack. If it's not measured, the likeliness of you improving it is just going to fall apart. Now, there's practical sense to this and there's magical sense to this, because what we focus on expands. So if we are not actually bringing our conscious mind into every moment of every day, that is why we feel like we're running out of time. That is why we feel disconnected. And that is why we're not productive. That is actually the energetic reason that thing is going on. So name your 3 excuses and then sit down and write a response to that excuse from your soul, from your spirit. Call upon your guides. Make this a loving ritual. And this full moon is a great time to do this ritual. Respond to your excuses personally, and then read that response to your excuses every day until you do something about it. Usually, I love to offer loving advice, and I like to help you offer yourself nothing, no excuses and only love. But we are all human. And unfortunately, that's not enough to move all of us. And it's not enough to move all of us all the time. And luckily, we have a range of things. And you can choose how you want to receive from spirit. That is what your path of least resistance is. Your path of least resistance is not whatever's easiest. Your path of least resistance is what you are choosing to learn through, what you are choosing to learn from, what you are choosing to pay attention to, and what drives you to take action. That's actually the path of least resistance is the thing that you require to take action. So what do you require to take action right now? Problems, strife, discomfort, toxicity, abuse, danger of losing your living situation? Do you wait until things are so uncomfortable and so miserable that you have no other choice but to take action and change? Well, that's your path of least resistance. So spirit is creating as many situations as it can to talk to you because it wants to be close with you and it wants to move you towards your goals. So if you're experiencing constant problems, it's because apparently that's the only way you want to change and move through things. So name your 3 excuses and sit into your soul and respond to those excuses with only love. And then read that response every day to your excuses so that every time that excuse comes up, every time you catch yourself running that tape every day, wasting your own time, not going after your dreams, you know how to respond to your ego. You know how to respond to that lie. And you know how to bring your conscious attention into the present moment and actually make sure that you are planting seeds in every moment towards your dream. And you are spending your time and you are creating time and space for your purpose, whatever that looks like and whatever the steps along that is. So I wanted to read to you something that I see 5 people are watching me. I'd love a hello, a heart, a comment. Who's here? Let me know you're engaged. Let me know you're listening. Love you. So I want to read to you a little summary of a letter that popped into my head today when I got this fiery message today, because some of you want fire. Some of you have been waiting for this message. So, some of you have not received this message through love. You haven't received this through your friends. You haven't received this message any other way. And so that's why it's come at this level of intensity, because this is what you've asked for to move. So you got it. We're going to deliver to you this fiery message. I first watched a video from, his name is Stephen James, and he wrote this letter based off this 100-day challenge that he did. And it actually is one of the things that caused me to create what is now my Divine Design School, what has led now to my Divine Design School, because I was scared. I was used to making money for other people. I was used to making money in other ways. I was manifesting a lot. I had gone from being homeless to living in my own apartment and having my own business and going on vacations and all this stuff. Money was showing up on my altar. Things were awesome. But I reached a whole new level of fear when it came to stepping into my purpose and allowing that to feed me and nourish me. And when being myself started to be what I started to market and receive from, I was met with a lot of fear, and I was met with my procrastinator, my inner procrastinator, and my inner sabotager. And this letter was what I needed because nothing else was moving me to action. And I'm going to read you this letter. Now, this is a letter from your dreams. And I suggest that if you're somebody who has not been taking action, you've been procrastinating, you know who you are, you say you've bought these courses you haven't even looked at, you're constantly wondering what to do, you're even maybe getting readings about what to do, and you still haven't taken action with the last reading you got or the last coaching you got. You never even completed the last task. You say you don't have time, but you're also just so exhausted and feeling so disempowered that you're checking out on Facebook a couple hours a day or TV. And it's not actually because you're lazy. It's actually because your ego is hiding and scared shitless. And it just feels like you're lazy. And that's not it. But you are wasting time. So here is a letter from your dreams. You can replace your name at the top here. Dear friend, I'll just say friend. Dear friend, this is your dreams. You've seen this coming. I know you have. This letter is about us. It's over. I'm leaving you. I've hung on as long as I could. You spoke sweet nothings in my ears and spoke so many promises, but you broke them over and over again, and you made so many excuses. I waited so long for your attention and your love, but you continuously neglect me. Your inaction and addiction to procrastination is killing me slowly. I've waited too long for us to be free together. I have fantasized about all the things you told me was coming, all just for you to leave me behind and neglect me over and over again. I thought you would introduce me to the world, but you have kept me hidden like a dirty secret. I wanted you as much as you wanted me, but I simply must move on. Years of indecision and lack of discipline can tell me everything that I need to know. Time is moving on without us. I'm so afraid that we will never truly get to know one another. I wanted to give you everything your heart desired, and all I wanted in return was your attention, devotion, and willingness to work for me. So many times we got so close, and I was within your grasp, and you gave up. The reason we haven't been able to be together is because of your lack of action. I love you, but I cannot stay in this type of unhealthy relationship anymore, so I'm moving on. Love, your dreams. When I first heard that letter from Stefan's dreams, that was the cooker. I listened to that every morning, every day for like 30 days. And I didn't take it as a point of like self-criticism, but I listened to it in the morning, and then I got up and I put my procrastinator down and I took action on my dreams and I created my business. And I highly suggest and recommend that you consider doing the same. If you have been sitting in the same place, you've been about to start that thing, start that course, change that job, invest that time, start that meditation ritual, actually talk to your guides, actually learn this new task, actually figure out what lights you up, actually start dating, actually get out of that relationship, actually go see the therapist or the counselor, actually hire that coach, actually get some help, actually invest in yourself. If that's where you've been about to, I'm about to. And this is why measuring comes into place, because most people are celebrating hitting the same step over and over again. They hit a step, they give up, they get distracted, they go do other things, they whatever, no judgment. And then they come back and they decide, I'm going to do this stuff. And then they take that same first step and then they celebrate. And then they feel so good about taking that first step that they take a break, they get comfortable, they get distracted, and they repeat the whole cycle. And they're constantly telling themselves that they're moving forward and they're getting somewhere, but they're really just constantly taking the same step. Don't let that be you. Watch the daily transmission today, which is about making time and space for your purpose. And it's a little gentler than this one, but Spirit was very clear that some of you needed the fire. So here I am giving it to you because I love you and I believe in telling the truth. I suggest you write a loving response to your excuses that you can read every day. Your top 3 excuses as to why you're not going after your dreams, why you haven't taken action on the next big goal step. For some of you, you've actually taken so many classes and you have lists and other lists and storyboards and ideas, and you have lots of different ways and lots of different methods, and more than one of them will be successful if you actually stick to the method long enough to be successful. So you have more than one ways to succeed in front of you. Okay, so you know who you are if that's you, and it's long past time. You're all theory and no action. You're just like the page. This message is very much like the page suit. The page in every suit, even the more positive ones. So let's go to the Page of Swords, because this is the one that literally in the picture, he's about to jump off a cliff or free fall. He's standing above all this chaos, and it's saying, the page is a teenager saying, I've done all I can. I've been in the classroom my whole life. The next step is to get out there in my awkward phase and figure it out. I can only do the rest through action. And that's where you are. You are here to take action. You can't do anything else sitting there and writing out little fucking plans on your board. It's over. It's done. You have plenty of plans of actions. You have plenty of methods. Pick one and do it. I love you. If you're just joining, I highly recommend you watch this again and you listen to the letter from your dreams And if you're somebody who needs that kind of kick, I suggest you write one yourself, or you save this video and you listen to it when you need it. It won't be up on Facebook long, but I will go ahead and straight upload this no chaser to YouTube. Excuse me. Your comments and your shares are what support me. I really want to stay in touch and connect with you. Facebook does make that difficult, so I hope that we can connect on YouTube. I hope that you're following me some other way, or that you're subscribed to my email list. I don't send out daily or even weekly emails. I just like to be able to have access to you in a way that that isn't affected by the algorithm of life. So thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. I hope this message serves you. I hope it blesses you. I hope it lights the fire and burns the ego so you can do what you need to do to live the life you deserve, being the person that you came here to be in the first place. Namaste. Aloha. And so much love.